that shit is just straight, and that's not in the streets. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, y'all don't even make millions comments and people that sit on the phone.
It looks like Quavo and Offset are still beefing, and rumors are now going around that Quavo blames Cardi B for controlling Offset and ruining Migos. However, Cardi's fans are dragging Quavo for being petty, and they're saying his ego is the real reason Migos broke up in the first place. But what exactly is Quavo's problem with Cardi? Does he really blame her for what happened to Migos?
It's just a trend right now. Everybody wants smoke, apparently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The whole Instagram, all your everybody wants smoke right now. So
Quavo and Offset were recently spotted sitting separately at an NBA game just weeks after their alleged physical altercation at the Grammys, and rumors are now flying around that their relationship is beyond repair. Some sources are also saying that Quavo has a problem with Cardi and blames her for ruining Migos and putting Offset against him. See, Quavo and Offset's relationship has always been complicated. However, after Takeoff tragically lost his life in November 2022, everyone thought these two would sort out their issues and become closer. But sadly, it looks like Quavo and Offset are not on speaking terms anymore, and though Cardi actually tried to act as a mediator between them, we're now hearing that Quavo resents Cardi and blames her for breaking Migos apart. To give you some context, reports about Migos breaking up first popped up on the internet back in early 2022 when Quavo announced his collab project with Takeoff. They released their first single, Hotel Lobby, in May 2022, and just days later, Offset and Cardi both unfollowed Quavo and Takeoff on IG. A few weeks later, Migos canceled their scheduled performance at the Governor's Ball in New York City, fueling the rumors that the trio had broken up. The whole situation got even messier after Quavo broke up with Saweetie, and tabloids started speculating that Saweetie hooked up with Offset behind Quavo's back. Some fans were actually convinced that Quavo exposed Saweetie for cheating on the track Messy. Meanwhile, rumors also started flying around that Cardi found out about Saweetie messing around with Offset and used her industry connections to get Saweetie's verse scrapped from the remix of Glorilla's viral hit FNF. One Twitter user accused Cardi of stopping bags and claimed that Saweetie was removed from the FNF remix because she had slept with Offset, and Cardi basically blackballed her and wouldn't collab with Glorilla unless Saweetie's verse was scrapped. And while these rumors were never confirmed, it was obvious at that point that Quavo was not on good terms with Offset and Cardi. Back in October 2022, Quavo and Takeoff appeared on the Big Facts podcast, and when asked if Migos were breaking up for good, Quavo said he and Takeoff wanted to continue as a duo.
Speaking of just family, will there be more Migos? Will there be a Culture 4? Like, what kind of space? Where is that space? Will you be a Culture 4 or more music was said, or what kind of, like, where are y'all at with that space right now?
I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo, you know what I'm saying?
Quavo also denied the Migos label Quality Control was behind his beef with Offset, and he claimed the real issue was a lack of loyalty.
Because, you know, we just came from a loyal family, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to stick together. And, you know, sometimes when shit work out, it ain't meant to be, you know, so.
However, when Quavo and Offset appeared on the Drink Champs interview later that month, they were asked to choose between Cardi and Nicki Minaj, and they both picked Nicki.
I believe Nicki or Cardi B. Not me, y'all. This is mad. I'm taking a shot. I'm sinister legend shit, man.
I'm gonna say Nicki.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say the same thing now. That's crazy.
So you said Nicki?
Yeah.
Quavo picking Nicki came as a shock to fans because Quavo and Nicki reportedly had beef back in 2018 after Quavo claimed he slept with Nicki on the song Honcho Dreams. Sources close to Nicki later denied this, and one insider told Hollywood Life that Nicki never slept with Quavo and just wanted to use him to make Cardi mad. The Nicki-affiliated source also threw shots at Quavo and added, rappers like Quavo can't get women like Nicki and they have to settle for Instagram thoughts. But either way, after Quavo picked Nicki over Cardi in the Drink Champs interview, many Migos fans said that this supports the theory that Cardi may have been the reason Migos broke up. See, Migos fans thought that after Takeoff passed away, Quavo and Offset would finally come out of their senses and put their beef in the past. But unfortunately, it looks like this didn't happen after all, and rumors are now going around that Quavo still blames Cardi for Migos falling apart. However, Cardi's fans are saying this all happened because Quavo doesn't recognize his own arrogance and is always blaming everyone but himself. See, Cardi was actually the first one to publicly address Takeoff's passing, and you could tell from her message that she was really hard heartbroken for the whole family and everyone else affected by this tragedy. Takeoff, your untimely passing has brought a great deal of pain and sorrow to so many lives, Cardi wrote. The emptiness your brothers are feeling is unbearable, and I pray you give Offset, Quavo, and your friends and family the strength to keep going as they're trying to cope with this loss. But despite Cardi trying her best to help Offset and Quavo make peace with each other, there's obviously still a lot of bad blood between these two. This became apparent during the Grammy Awards back in February when Quavo and Offset allegedly got into a physical altercation moments before Quavo took to the stage to perform a trip to Takeoff.
The rapper sat in front of an empty chair and a mic that held Takeoff's chain as he rapped the lyrics. He was also joined on stage by Atlanta-based gospel group Maverick City Music.
TMZ later released footage of Offset being escorted from the premises, but according to eyewitnesses, it was actually Quavo who escalated the argument. According to TMZ, Offset asked Quavo if he could join him on stage to honor Takeoff together. However, Quavo refused and the argument came to blows. Offset later took to Twitter to deny that there was any fighting, and he referred to Quavo as his brother. However, Quavo didn't reciprocate this sentiment, and he didn't even bother to address the incident. Entertainment Tonight later released more footage of the altercation, and though the alleged physical fight wasn't caught on camera, Cardi B can be heard in the background pleading with Offset and Quavo to stop and screaming that both of them are in the wrong.
Both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all. This is not right. Now,
and it looks like they still haven't resolved their issues, and reports recently emerged that they're no longer on speaking terms. On February March 3rd, Quavo and Offset both sat courtside at the Hawks vs. Portland Trailblazers game, and according to the Daily Mail, the two rappers kept their distance and had no contact with each other during the game. Meanwhile, Quavo also dropped a new track called Greatness and seemingly confirmed he has no intentions of ever reuniting with Offset for another Migos project. On Greatness, Quavo appears to imply that Migos can't exist without Takeoff with the line, "So don't ask about the group, he gone, we gone, it can't come back." Besides that, rumors are now going around that Quavo blames Cardi because she supported Offset when he wanted to go solo. However, you have to admit that Cardi is actually the only sensible and mature one in this situation because she called out both Offset and Quavo for fighting. Fans are now saying that the only way to get this resolved is for Quavo to put his ego aside instead of holding grudges and pointing fingers. One fan said, "Let's not forget if Quavo's ego wasn't so fragile, none of this would have happened. You'd think he'd realize life is too short." "I'm not liking Quavo's actions at all about this entire situation," another fan commented. "He still hasn't spoken about this to anyone, and it's like, what are you hiding? So you want justice or payback?" Offset and Cardi are the only two really expressing their feelings and hurt. I'm really disappointed in Quavo. We as fans want to know the truth because it's getting too messy and you looking like the bad guy, Quavo, for real. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Is Quavo the bad guy in this situation? And what do you think it will take Quavo to reconcile with Offset and Cardi? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in our next video.